Blades.
And good evening, everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing fine. I am joined, as always, by some great fossils. And so let's go meet them real quick. First off, we have our foreign correspondent, Paulo the Duck Avenger.
Hi.
And a new person has joined us, Jambird Comics. Hello, Jambird. He's going topless tonight. And Captain Strangewife, and Bird Breen. How about that?
Bird Breen.
It's almost as if we have a theme for the night. And in the chat, we've got Gratu already. And Lead Paint. And, of course, me. And Gotham City Comics and a few others. And so, hello, everybody. And we are going to have... We're going to flock together and have all kinds of bird brain fun. I can't believe I said that sentence. Okay. Right off the bat, we have a few people that are gone. Of course, Rod is out. Y'all remember that he has a detached retina, and he gave me permission. I can tell the story of what happened. He was, of course, viciously attacked by a troop of Girl Scouts, and he was able to put 3 of them down before it got too out of hand. And then we have Steve. He's got a bad back. He was viciously attacked by some campfire girls, so he should be doing pretty good. He's going to be watching. And we have Meyer Greenblatt, who's sent me a text. He's stuck in a valley somewhere. And we were joined at the last second by Captain Strangelife, who was in some heavy online bidding. I think the Girl Scouts trying to steal a book from him or something. They're really pesky this time of year.
They sure are.
It's brutal out there.
Did you win the book?
Hey, Jambo, how did you get survive with all those tornadoes? Did they affect you at all?
Not so much. No, it missed us. It was
that's
the west of us a little bit. So thankfully, we just got a little wind and some thunder and lightning, which I actually slept right through. So it's a
really
good thing. I would have probably been in trouble.
Yeah, I was talking to Shannon about that too. He said they missed it entirely, so that was fortunate. So.
Yeah, mostly out in the western part of the state, I think is where it got. So
we're supposed to be affected next week. On next Wednesday, they're telling us to board up our windows here in this neighborhood in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not exactly a tornado, but I mean the Midwest is supposed to be hit again with all these tornadoes, and then there's going to be very heavy rains. Pouring in, and there might be some downpours and flooding, and they're calling it quite possibly a derecho again. 60 to 80 mile an hour winds. That's what happened in my neighborhood a year ago. I got pictures of it. All the trees came down on the cars over here.
Oh wow!
And they're supposed to be happening next week on Wednesday again.
Boy, that's crazy.
They're predicting this a week ahead of time. So there's people starting to think they should board up their windows. I don't,
Batten down the hatches, Captain.
Yeah, right. Or maybe I should get some feathers and fly away like a bird.
Be careful. Protect your collection down there.
Yeah.
You ever have any trouble with any water where you're at? Getting in?
I had flooding once in 2009. I had about 2 inches, and the only reason I had only 2 inches while everybody had like a couple of feet. One guy had almost 4 feet across the street because I got ejector pits, rainwater ejector pits, and so yeah, they're just pumping the water right out, So I was lucky on that. But if the power goes out, battery backup lasts about 3 hours.
Wow.
So, well, anyway, hopefully things will change by next week and they'll say, oh, it's going to be nothing more than a bunny fart.
During this time of people knowing about the tornadoes, I was contacted by a couple of guys from our audience, and they were asking about, especially Shannon, Eric, and Jambo there because of the Kentucky proximity. But
Kentucky rain.
I saw Jambo on a great stream by Metarog, and I knew he survived okay. And I had texted Eric, and I had heard from Shannon last night, so I was able to pass on to the people that were asking. So, and if you have any inquiries, feel free to write to me at graphicman404@gmail.com, and I'll try to answer any questions. What eye color is your favorite fossil and all that. So I don't know. I'll have to guess on shoe size, but
I think most of the Kentucky YouTubers made it through okay, I believe. So at least the ones I know of. So,
and I have to say, if you guys have not seen Metarog's video on Saturday night, it was Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Jambo made a valiant effort. I think he was down to one comic, and he kept having to show it over and over again. So it was very, very amusing.
Prepared because I'm like a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas, anyways. So I only had a handful of Christmas comics, and I was thinking we were only going to show like one round or something like that. But yeah, it was like a game show format, and
the rules were you could show something from the interior. So Jambo is he's just turning pages looking for something to show. But I'll get us started.
Hey, wasn't Shannon supposed to be on tonight?
He's coming in the last Wednesday of December.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully the first Wednesday of January.
Cool.
He's got those two off. I spoke with Rod earlier today. He's probably going to take the rest of the year off from doing much. He still drives himself to work, and he's going to have to see the doctor in early January. And we don't know what he'll have to do for his detached retina. But
so he's driving with one eye. He needs a pirate hat and an eye patch.
Yeah, I asked him about the eye patch, and he said no, that would hinder his depth and all that. So,
okay.
He still looks out of it, but I can't think about it too much, or I get a little I don't know what the word is. So
sounds painful, I tell you.
Empathy.
Yeah, there you go. So if you all remember last week, I showed this crazy cover with this wonderful bird on it. And Paulo made mention that, hey, we ought to do some strange, wild, exotic bird covers. I think he even specified from the 1950s. So I don't know how we're going to get hardly any of those. But we do have a lot of birds. So, and we're not going to be stuck with just birds. But every now and then, hopefully, we can, dare I say it, slip you a bird. So I'll give it a start. My jokes don't get any better than that. Here's some Korak action for you. That is Korak 26.
It's a painted cover, isn't it?
Yes, it was. Here is Korak number 30. Giant bird. And I don't know if you get real close. These are bat people. those guys in the back. And different kinds of bat people would show up. Here, Korak's dad, Tarzan, had to take a few on. That is Tarzan 140. This one is a very good Mystery in Space number 7. And check out these bird creatures.
Wow. Those are
They
wild.
look like half rats and half vultures.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the characters in a 1980s Walt Disney cartoon called The Wuzzles, where they were mixing two animals into one.
Oh, okay. Was hoping Rod could make it. He could show us some Hulk. This one's pretty infamous.
The harpy.
In fact, I have some pictures of that in the interior.
Isn't that what they call it? A harpy?
Yeah.
Greek mythology?
That one is very pricey, and I think it's all because she's undressed.
Yeah, Betty has no clothes on.
And apparently all the, young at heart guys get a little crazy over this.
That's not why I bought it, though. I bought it for the story.
Oh, of course. And it's got a great plot point where the Hulk is about to really beat her, but she pulls on that feminine charm at the last second. But you can't trust them, fellas. They're going to be bad news. And in that Hulk theme, one of my favorites from my childhood, Hulk 253. I just totally love this story. And there's some bird ladies in that. I have some interior images of that as well. Fred Sloan is a minor character, but he falls for this bird lady. And I don't know if you guys have read this, but it's, I think, 1980. But you see, she's half bird. And I don't want to tell anybody who you can date, but I don't know if you're going to be real successful. But apparently they hit it off very well. So
Romance is going to lay an egg, I think.
I'm afraid so. And we'll take a break. I'll be back with some more birds later. Movie World's here tonight. Yes, Captain?
If you would have told me bird, any kind of winged creatures or something, I would have pulled out a lot more stuff. I was just looking for birds, period.
Well,
but I got some. Yeah.
Maybe even Hawkman. I don't care.
Let me answer. I do have a Hawkman.
Let me answer Movie World's question. I have received an email from Gold Key today. He says they are swamped where he's working and they can't hire enough people to help him out. So he said he might be in the chat later.
Gold Key Geezer?
That's right. He was on, about 3 months ago, if I remember.
Yeah, quite a while.
Comic Crack is here. I can't find the Treasury version lead paint. I would. Jambo, were you trying to show something earlier? Hey, you're muted, by the way. Hey, I stole one of the ones he was going to cover.
That's all right. Yeah, I strictly bought this for the story. I didn't know that Betty was new.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool. And I don't have much 50s Golden Age with winged creatures. I do have that.
Oh, wow. I think that's what Paulo had in mind. or slightly sci-fi version, probably.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
probably.
That works very well, and it's actually the correct species of vulture for Africa.
Yeah, they get pretty big over there, don't they?
Well, the condors have a larger wingspan, but the griffins are a bit more dangerous. And there's a vulture species that's endemic to the Pyrenees Mountains between the Spanish and the French border, and those actually hunt live animals.
Oh, wow. So they're not looking for roadkill. I didn't have the exciting, Micah, but I did get an exciting a couple days ago in the mail, Alex Schomburg. And I guess there was flying involved. I think that guy was a pilot. He's not a very good one because he crashed his plane there. But
Oh, he might have run into a bird on takeoff.
he's got Judy of the jungle there to take care of him if the snake doesn't get him. So, yeah,
It's sharp looking.
always like the Schomburgs. And yeah, I pulled a few, but I was looking for stuff with feathers too.
Oh, that's a sexy bird.
Yeah, I forgot about these.
Yeah. So, and I was really digging deep, man. I mean, I was going through my FF and I seen that guy over there, one of the 4 horsemen. He was winged.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And had a beautiful buckler and Senate cover there. So, yeah, that works. Chance to show that. It's kind of pretty. And you can see this one, what I paid for it, but it's got the red raven on it. There.
Yeah.
You see, I could have pulled a bunch of that stuff out,
Yeah.
but he said birds.
Well, don't worry. Well, you feel free to go grab some if you want.
Well, I'd have to go look through everything, but it would take me too much time now.
That was out. Had, I guess, Odin's old ravens that Thor and
That's a cool cover.
Yeah,
I love ravens.
Preview or something. But yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool. So I don't want to burn through all mine so fast, so I'll let somebody else show something they want to.
Sure.
What?
I think Paulo came loaded for bear.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I went looking for through, instead of going through BD Tech, I went to Comic BD, which is where they keep the covers for the French smaller sized magazines. And let's share this. And we're starting with the French magazine Eclipso, featuring Hawkman with a cover design in-house and a flying gorilla.
you can't get better than that.
DC loved their gorillas. That's
Yeah. Eclipso started having different. It was supposed to be a DC comic, but then they started publishing other stuff. This is a. I don't even know exactly what the story is about. The Bird of Sadness. That's the title on the cover. L'Oiseau de Malheur. Later Eclipso started having Marvel characters. There are a bunch of issues with Man-Thing. Faucon Noir, a Black Hawk. Yataka is a jungle series. For the first about 2 years or so. It had original stories with Children in a Jungle. It was more of a safe adventure comic with kids stories. But later they started publishing a British comic strip, but they retitled all the story so that the character was named after the original character. So Captain Inyataka. This is Jenna Stark. He's a sort of science fiction hero.
That's a cool looking bird.
Oh yeah. Another bird going after Jenna Stark. This character is also British, but they liked him over there in France.
Bird was wearing a hat.
I think he's ran afoul of some of the creatures there.
Yeah. Plume de l'Or, Golden Feather. So Yuma, yeah.
I thought he had a palette and a paintbrush, and he was going to paint the bird.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay, so here's Yuma. Yuma was as an anthology, with the main character being Bourrasque. Bourrasque was created by the Lug company, and it was the regular feature on Yuma for many years, but it was eventually replaced by the Italian character Zagor.
Did they get the name from the TV series, The Rebel, with Johnny Yuma?
Might have been. The comic started in 1962, so...
Yeah, that was 62, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of inspired, more of a... less of European feel. It looks more like the type of thing you'd imagine from shooting a spaghetti western.
Yeah.
And it is 1969, so the spaghetti westerns already existed. So this is further down the line. It's from the 80s, so it already features Zagor, the character with the red and yellow shirt, fighting a birdman.
Can you tell me more about this? Is he like a John Carter or?
No, Zagor. This is a Western comic, but it's more of a fantasy type West. So he will fight this type of things and run into magical creatures and sorcerers and medicine men. So not like Tex, which is supposed to be more realistic. And we round out this first batch with Alex Senator. Alex was a comic set in ancient Rome. The character is a Romanized Gaul, and Alex Senator is a fairly recent spin-off with the character becoming a senator in the Roman Senate and being portrayed as much older than he was in the original album series. So that's it for now. We will return.
And once again, who was the guy that I was asking about? The one just before that.
Zagor.
Okay.
It comes from the Italian publisher Bonelli, and it's one of their most successful series. For a while, the best-selling comic in Croatia, I was told.
Do you think it had influences from Flash Gordon? Because even though you say it's a Western.
Yeah, no, I kind of picked that cover because it's not the normal type of cover. Most of the covers are pretty standard. They just have the series itself has more of a supernatural feel than the Tex comic, which is their best-selling comic.
All right. Well, Captain, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm not even ready.
You want me to stall?
No, I got some stuff.
All right.
I can show a few books here. Let me see what I got here. I just pulled a bunch of stuff out of one or two boxes. How about some ducks? That's a bird.
There you go. Yes, I need to make an offer for that later. So
Walt Kelly cover. And it's got a address label on the back.
and my credit's still good.
There's another duck.
Yeah, I need to make an offer on that one too.
Walt Kelly cover again. From 1945, this one. And one more, Walt Kelly.
Those kangaroos are cheating.
No, that's fine. And hey, how's about a Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
That was a Boyd.
And Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
And there's Casper the Friendly Ghost with a couple of penguins.
Yeah, I got Chilly Willy. I didn't even think of him.
What else I got in here? Oh, hey, look at here. Casper's Ghostland.
Very
Couple of
nice.
crows on the scarecrow.
Yes.
He said the Boyds. Oh, here's this is a. Wait a minute. There ain't no. Oh yeah, there is a bird on here. Wild Boy. Bondage cover.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Let's see what year this is. I'm not even.
Ziff Davis, I think, right?
I'll take a stab at it. 1952.
This is a Ziff. Is it 52? It's
I'm
Ziff
guessing.
Davis.
I was just guessing.
Chicago, Illinois.
I bet you're close, Micah.
1950.
Ah.
Good cover.
That ain't a bird cover. I wanted to show this, the first book I ever got that got me interested in all these kind of characters with animation and cartoons and was the Woody Woodpecker Shoots the Works. But this is not the original. I bought this online, but because I wanted to have that book again. I remembered it. Then I did find my original copy. My brother had it. It was given to me by my uncle and my aunt back in 1957 or 58. So let me see. Here, that's my original copy as a kid. Woody the Woodpecker.
Never seen it before.
Whitman Publishing. It's from if I can read the Roman numerals 1955. $1955. So I got this in 57. And then later on, I started watching the cartoons, on black and white television. And then, well, I don't want to go into the whole story about it, how it got me into comic books. That'll be for another time. But that's actually what started my interest right there. Well, how do you like that? There's probably some birds in here, but here's a couple of chipmunks in a tree.
Always nice.
What's he doing? He's trying to play a harp. He thinks the spider web is a harp.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I'll let somebody else go. I don't want to run out of stuff, you know. So I'll show you one more, and then I'll let somebody else go. Holy cow! I got 3 copies of this. I don't know how I got 3 copies of it, but this is Woody Woodpecker number 350. A hunting we will go. Look at that moose.
Wow.
They wouldn't produce a cover like this today. And then I got 2 more copies of it. Got a shotgun on the cover, you know, he went hunting. That crazy woodpecker, man.
Well, we might run over to Eric here.
Yeah, this is going to be anticlimactic.
Well, I didn't have anything either, you know.
No, anything goes, Eric. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, some of these you can Kevin bake into birds, I suppose.
Sure.
This is one where this rabbit out in the wild is being attacked by a bunch of vicious predatory birds.
Yeah.
I almost pulled that one.
Um,
Very nice.
this is one where
So it's not rabbit season; it's boyd season.
this intelligent feline has managed to capture one of these birds.
Oh, the Tweety bird. I didn't even think about that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Here's when birds turn on each other.
Ah, the
All
phantom.
right.
That's the phantom of Notre Duck.
But I'm going to assume that that particular bird turned his adversaries into coins.
Yeah.
Now, shifting gears here for a moment, this is one where this innocent green creature is valiantly defending himself from some bird-winged villain.
The angel.
Here's what happens when a valiant winged creature runs afoul of the Ubermensch. And so I really got caught flat-footed. This is what I had. Winged creatures. Do planes count?
Yeah, well, it's got wings. It's got
They're
bird
painted
wings.
Yeah.
And it's called wings.
That's all I got.
That's enough, man.
So remember the girl I showed you earlier is half bird. You need to start off with something more like this. That way you can have successful future together. But you got to be careful because she could turn on you.
Sexy
And,
Native American.
Here's a winged creature, but it's just a little pterodactyl action.
Well, that's a bird. It's a reptile, but a bird.
You were showing Woody Woodpecker earlier, so
Yeah.
Letting the air out of the ball.
Eric Bree remembers this because I showed
He
this.
looks nothing like Tom Brady.
Yeah, I showed this when we did the "Be a Good Sport" episode, the sporting covers. And speaking of Woody, his distant cousins in the past were with Fred Flintstone.
Oh, good one.
Look at that. Prehistoric woodpeckers.
Yeah, Fred's not too happy about that. And some more pterodactyl action with Doubles and Bam Bam. I'm going to say that at least one of these is a bird. But maybe not.
That's
Have
debatable.
wings.
That
So,
don't make them bites.
Pterodactyl. Here's a bird.
Cuckoo bird. It's flying out of the cuckoo clock. I like a lot of these gag covers. I think they're kind of funny.
And for this round, I'll end on a very scary bird.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
All right. Animal cruelty.
That's what that was. Animal cruelty right there.
Yeah. Follow, are you going to share a screen or?
Yep. So here we are with Futura magazine. This is actually Futura is an interesting project for to try to make if you have the money and the patience for it, because the comic only lasts for 33 issues, but it's got some interesting characters that were later used on the Hexagon Comics project, transformed into superheroes. But this one is a more generic and interesting cover, because it's a man flying with a sort of bird spirit around it, a bit like he was Shade the Changing Man's expanding skin.
Looks like the Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, doesn't it?
Sort of. Although these guys didn't have the rights for the Martian Manhunter. Here's another issue of Futura, with something that is actually impossible. Birds of prey cannot carry humans. They can try to carry baby goats, but
he's been working out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at those neck muscles.
That's right.
And now going to Akim, one of the Tarzan-like characters that debuted in Europe. Akim was originally published in Italy, but this is one of the French reprints. More Akim, jumping from one bird to the other. He usually flies around in the backs of birds, but here it seems to be jumping from one to the other. Another Akim cover with a giant bird.
That's a nice cover. Very nice. Oh, another nice cover.
This one's just painted. I think they started doing painted covers because Lug had those painted covers by Jean Frisano, and they wanted to see if those were helping to sell the Marvel comics, and Monjournal, I think, tried to get in on the fashion and trends.
They would have had a female tied up there. Would have sold more covers. Sold more books.
Yeah. Although that's the type of thing that would have attracted the attention of the French Comics Code Authority.
Oh.
And Monjournal was one of the most high profile of the small format publishers. So now off to Rodeo. This magazine published Tex Comics. Tex, the other big Bonelli comic. And now from the album series Yakari, this one, a pelican giving beaver rides.
Is the art? That's not a dirt. I can't. Uderzo? No.
No, the art is done by a Swiss artist called Derib.
Okay.
Derib also. I showed it the last time we had the Indian theme. Derib also has a more realistic series called Buddy Longway with the fur trapper. Here's another. It's kind of funny because even though the Great Eagle is an important supporting character on the Yakari series, the eagle itself very rarely appears on covers. And now there's Brick. This is a pirate comic.
I like that.
Yeah, that cockatoo thing is a regular cast member.
Jackson Roykirk is being Weisenheimer.
I wonder what the bird did to annoy that whale.
Probably what it does to my car.
Yeah.
Attacking the pirate. Is this you, Captain, being attacked by a bird?
Yeah, I love these pirate covers. I'm into that now.
Mm-hmm. And okay, we're done with this batch.
One of the ways I got my name, actually, for YouTube.
Those look really good. As always, you show me things I've never seen, and now I want them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the type of thing that you'd never get in the United States. The thing is, because most of those small format comics were considered lowbrow by French standards, they would be virtually impossible to license to a country with its own industry like the U.S. They would just never have the high profile needed for a publisher to pay attention.
Well, it would only appeal to somebody who wants everything, kind of like me. So,
Yeah,
It's like me. Yeah, I want everything.
and while Froggy and some of those guys are in the audience, I thought I'd mention for Eric's sake, this Friday night over on Ingleton Channel, I think they're going to be reading, I believe it was Rudolph. You verify that, Eric?
I believe so.
Okay, so, and last time it was, I was part of it and I forgot what we did.
Teen Titans.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness. Yes. So don't forget to check that out sometime. And I guess we might look at
They had a
Jambo.
drunk podcast, didn't they, Eric, the other day?
What's that?
Anglantine? Anglantine had a drunk, what did he call it?
A drunk stream.
A drunk stream. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that wouldn't be my first choice of ways to raise money, but
If I would have heard about that ahead of time, I would have been on there. But anyway.
yeah, this is the third time I think he's retired from drinking since I've known him.
Excellent.
Tweety.
There we go. I didn't even think about Tweety. Damn it.
Sylvester looking hard for him there. Some more of the ducks.
All right. Now we're talking about real bites.
This one was kind of seasonal, so I thought I'd throw it out.
Yeah.
those guys. He thinks the snowman did it.
Yeah, it's hard to pull off orange and blue.
And one of my favorite fowls.
Howard the Duck.
Always liked that cover. Thought it was
Did you
cool.
get that off the newsstand when you were a kid, or?
I did not. I got it a few years after that, before people started looking for them and stuff. But yeah, when he first came out, I wasn't a fan. But because Gene Colan was doing it, I started looking at them and really liked them. The dreaded space turnip. Some nice Frank Bruner action there. Always enjoyed reading those. Master of Quack Fu. Noticing a lot of my books need bags.
Gotta rebag them?
Yeah. But there's like a bag shortage now, so.
Yeah.
There's a gargoyle type.
Yeah.
Wing.
The art on those were really good. Too bad it didn't last.
Yeah.
Yeah, what, 3 or 4 issues and then it was gone. Ah, the Phoenix. Or who is that? Is that Storm or the Phoenix? That's Storm.
There.
That's Storm.
There's the angel in the background there.
Yeah.
Good old Doc Doom down there.
Or according to John Burton, actually a Doombot.
With a lot of those. And I've shown this one before, but it's kind of appropriate.
Definitely.
Just like that cover. It's pretty cool. And then again, there's another pilot that can't fly their ship. He's crashed it there. You see the front of it.
Looks like Captain Kirk from here.
It does, kind of, right?
Yeah.
It's got the yellow shirt and everything. So. Yeah, let's see. I think that's it.
All right. Looked great.
A couple more. That's all right. I'll get it next round.
Captain, are you finding stuff?
Well, I got some stuff. Yeah, I got a couple of pterodactyls. Hey, I found this because I was looking for comics. I got so much stuff, man. This is something that I've had for a long time. I think my aunt gave me this as well for Easter one time. And it's still in a plastic egg. And I think it's a rooster. Or
It's still alive.
yeah, it's a little nest, a bird's nest.
Yeah.
There you go. We're talking about Blake's. There's a bird's nest and the rooster.
Very cool. Vintage.
This is actually a knickerbocker. And they're highly collectible now. Let me put this away and I'll show you some other stuff here. But I thought I'd show this because I came across so much stuff. It's like you're looking for treasures, you know, and you don't have to. They just pop up all of a sudden. Let's see what I got here. Oh, I got a bondage cover with Woody Woodpecker.
Oh dear.
Little stereotype over here, a little 8-ball.
Yeah.
And they're eating all the cake.
Cake looks good.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh, here's another bondage cover, except Woody Woodpecker tying up his kids, and then he's smoking a cigar, reading a dirty magazine, and having a martini.
Somebody called child protection.
What was it? I thought I had my phone shut off. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah. I didn't know what that was.
That was my phone.
Thought you
I
had
thought I
some
had it
theme
shut
music
off.
going there, Captain.
I just shut it off. Okay, what else I got in here? That's kind of a bird,
Yeah.
but it's all smoked. She burnt the blade.
Time to order a pizza.
You know, this issue right here contains corporal punishment. She's being spanked really badly inside the comic.
Yeah, she probably deserved it.
Yeah, I'll bet. But hey, look at this. This is interesting.
They were so worried about television that they have to put TV in the title there.
Yeah, TV fun time. Look at that. See that stereotype right there?
Right.
Little AFOL, and that from Dell Comics, and then from Harvey Comics, you got this other guy right here, Tiny. Don't they look very similar? Don't they? I wonder if one ripped off the other. You don't find that interesting? I do.
No, it's fine. I don't.
It does bear scrutiny.
I'm just admiring the floating heads. Be they Avengers or Harvey characters, they're always great.
Even if someone doesn't like them, they're drawn very nicely.
Yeah. That's what started me in the comics, was the Harvey. Lifelong passion for comic books was the Harvey comics. So
Excellent.
not a bird cover, but there's a bird house.
Yeah, it's a bird imposter.
Oh,
Hey.
Stork. This is heavily worn. Stork cover. I didn't know that storks deliver elephants as well. I thought it was only human babies.
Well, if you remember the movie Dumbo,
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I didn't know I pulled this out. This must have been in the pile. Dick Giordano cover, The Green Planet #1.
wow.
Nice.
This was a one-shot. I don't think there were any other issues after this. Now, what the heck is that? Oh. I gotta open this. Wait a minute. This doesn't have any birds. Oh, yes, it does. Tales about Timothy. One of my original books. Got a bird on the back. Oh, look at that, man. I'll show you one more, and then I'll let somebody else show some stuff. This is a Little Lotta in Foodland. Can you spot the bird? Who can spot the bird?
Not me.
Right there.
Oh, little chicken.
That is a very small chicken for Lotta.
Yeah, that's I think a little bit too small for that big girl. But then she's got a whole basket full of stuff to eat. Okay, that's it for me for right now.
Well, I'll show a little Daffy.
I always liked Elmerfoot. I just thought that he was so funny.
And here is seldom seen Dinky Duck.
Yeah, that's right. Dinky the Duck.
I'd almost forgotten about Dinky Duck. I can't remember the last time I even thought about it.
And this is one of the better Corn on the Cob covers.
Yeah.
I think there's probably only 3 Corn on the Cobs. One's a Hulk, but I'll let you figure out what that one is. Here's another Dinky Duck.
It's a funny thing. I'm pretty sure I saw a Dinky Duck more recently than a Heckle and Jekyll cartoon. Yet I'm more prone to remember Heckle and Jekyll.
And you'll see that logo, St. John's. So that's a bird. A little eagle up there.
I remember Yankee Duck a lot more than Dinky Duck.
Here's Woody.
Can't get away from those Woodies, huh?
Here's another old Daffy. Might be a little stretch here, but here's Pink Panther with a parrot and I think it's a parakeet.
It's a bird cover. Got birds on the cover.
And here's a lot of birds. They're not all ducks. One of them is a gander. And I forget what gyro is. And I'll have enough for probably 2 more little rounds. So, well, who would like to go, Eric or Jambo?
Well, I got a few, and I mean a few. Let's see. If you look real close in the cage, there's a little tiny bird on this one.
Hey, cool! I don't have that one.
And an actual bird, not a pterodactyl pretending to be a bird.
Yeah.
There's some birds. Let's see. Here's a bird that's about to meet some bad luck. And
Poor cuckoo.
I only have one more for this round. It's one of the greatest cover bits I've ever seen. In the right hand corner, assassination attempt defended by gunman. Thought he was in season, explains prisoner.
I'll have to use that. If I ever get in trouble like that.
That's why ducks can't run for office. It's
Musings has
comic
joined
bag.
us. Now we can go to Jambo, and he has his mic off.
Yeah, we're ready, I think. About some famous funnies.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Those are so silly. Yeah.
After the turkey there. It's always on his head or somewhere real close to him. hunting it there.
Very nice.
I don't know
Classic.
what gave him the idea that turkeys were in the ground there, but
Classic.
waiting for it to come out of a hole.
Adam Age.
And what about some?
Yeah.
Go.
He has wings, and Stalker. I found out that Wally Wood did a little bit of this cover.
Oh yeah.
Guys, guess what part he did? Hint: it's kind of toward the bottom of the cover. So,
Interesting.
and another
Yeah. Another angel.
One of the 2 or 3 best annuals ever. That might be the best John Byrne single issue art wise he ever did.
Yeah, he was hitting on all cylinders there.
Somebody thinks you are referencing the boobies.
Well, it was Wally Wood. I picked these up. These are not feathers or feathered creatures or anything.
Doesn't matter.
That's fine. I have a bunch of those on standby just in case.
Yeah, I thought it's kind of a cool looking cover. Supergirl socking the fake Superman there. Got this Spidey Super Stories.
Oh yeah.
Shauna on it.
Swinging through the jungle.
Nice Ramita cover. I'm slowly getting a pretty good run of these. Got a few of them now. I don't know how many there is of them, to tell you the truth, but got one more. And that's it for this round.
All right. They looked good.
Sir.
Paulo, you want to run through it again?
Mm-hmm. So now it's my turn to do some Disneys. And we'll start by Duck Avenger. Donald Duck's superhero identity, created by Giovan Battista Scarpa in Italy. And he was also a bit famous in Brazil, so much that he got the occasional yearly almanac. All Duck Avenger stories. Duck Avenger only debuted in the US in 2006, I believe. Is my favorite cover featuring Duck Avenger. The thing is, in these stories, Donald is a lot less unlucky and a lot more competent than he is in his real identity, which led the Italians to try time and again to reinvent the concept and make him more of a screw-up hero, which the fans actually didn't like.
Well,
the Finns.
Go ahead.
You know, the Finns don't have a problem that Donald is naturally unlucky in his stories, but competent in as the Duck Avenger. It's sort of a wish fulfillment fantasy by having Donald be an actual hero in these stories.
I see they've managed to slip Donald's feet into some of Mickey Mouse's shoes there too.
Yeah. The superhero identity is actually inspired on the Diabolic comic series. And here's one from the Italian comic Topolino. Paperinic is the name that they gave to Duck Avenger in Italy. Since Donald Duck is called Paperino over there, and he is inspired by Diabolic, he was called Paperinic as in the Duck Avenger identity. And since they had to do the same identity for Daisy, she became Paperinica. And when she appeared in U.S. comics on this century, she was Duck She-Venger. So overly complicated for me. And now my favorite of the superhero identities from Disney characters. Fedri becomes the Red Bat. The Red Bat was devised in Brazil. Fedri was created in the U.S., but is not featured in the official family tree by Don Rosa, because he was not created by or used by. No, I forgot the name of the famous duck artist.
Carl Barks.
Karl Barks, exactly. He was used by Karl Barks. So Don Rosa didn't want to use him on the family tree. But in stories made in Europe or in Brazil, he's usually Donald Duck's other cousin, and they work together for Uncle Scrooge. And then the Brazilians also created this superhero identity, the Red Bat. He usually lives in a trash can, like his Oscar the Grouch, but it's like he has Wayne Manor inside the trash can. Here's another one, special edition. The 12 Labors of the Rat Bat.
Oh, okay.
This is a Portuguese comic. It was part of a weekly supplement that came out in the top-selling weekly newspaper. The publisher of the same newspaper was also the publisher of the Disney comics in Portugal, where they rearranged the Brazilian stories into a new package and did some changes for the grammar. This cover, of course, you can see all the hallmarks of the Italian design for covers made in the late 80s and early 90s.
Looks like somebody got a beating on that cover.
Yeah, because you see Magic of the Spell running away with the #1 dime. Speaking of Magic of the Spell, here's a cover from a special edition of the Picsou magazine in France. Picsou being Uncle Scrooge. So as you can see, 244 pages for less than €5. Imagine a comic that has 250 pages and costs less than $6.
No.
And now José Carioca. The character became famous in Brazil because he's Brazilian in the Three Caballeros animated movie. But they started creating their own stories to feature him in more typical Brazilian situations, which the first comic stories didn't have. And even José Carioca himself became a superhero called the Green Bat. And here are the Red Bat and the Green Bat together. And my last one from one of the anthologies. So yeah, besides José Carioca in the front with Donald Duck, you have Gyro floating in his flying chair, and 000. I'm not sure.
Not Gus Goose, huh?
No, that's 000. I'm not even sure if he's appeared in U.S. stories. I think most of the stories he's in were created in Italy, and he's a sort of James Bond.
It's got
But
the jetpack
actually,
on there.
yeah, he's more Maxwell Smart than James Bond, of course.
Okay.
And that's it.
And Gratu has joined us. Hello, sir.
Hey,
Hey, Gratu. Yeah, lead paint. That's 250 pages in color.
Wow.
All Disney comics in Europe are in color. And they're all sold in newsstands. They're still the only comics that still sell well in newsstands are the Disney comics.
They still got actual newsstands there.
Yes,
That's nice.
we still
That
buy
is
newspapers.
I'm gonna go upstairs for a second. I'll be right back in about 3 minutes.
All right.
Let me stop this thing. Can
Now, Gratu, I asked if you could find a particular book. I don't know if you were successful or not.
well, I can't. The Archie box. I don't think I labeled it, but it's kind of buried. So, and I've forgotten tonight's theme until you reminded me, and so I don't have it, but I've got a pile of stuff that I picked up
That's cool.
yesterday
Sure.
for less than $1 each, and some of them might possibly fit the theme. And they're just like they're low grade stuff, but this is a really cool cover.
I want it. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Purple and let's see. This ghost is kind of like a bird. It floats. And so everybody, when I tuned in, you guys were talking about that you all survived, obviously. So there was no damage or anything like that. Anybody from the tornado?
Not in my area, no. I mean, no serious damage.
There's Chili Willy that you were talking about. Let's see. Here's a Whitman variant, Uncle Scrooge. He qualifies as a bird. Let's see. There are planes which count as birds, right? Because
Yeah.
they have wings. We already discussed
They're
that.
flying, yeah.
Birds. Oh, I actually bought a new comic today. But it doesn't really count as a new comic since it's a reprint of something from 50 years ago, but it kind of has birds on the cover. So if I buy something new, it's usually a reprint of something older. But you know what that looks like. Oh, this thing has wings. Okay, so that counts.
Yeah.
I guess. It looks like that concert in Houston. Oh, I got this for my wife. She didn't even know it yet. But it is a plane on the cover. It's a Marvel Smurfs thing. This is all in a pile I got from this elderly couple. What else? I'll look and see if there are any birds in this Crypt of Shadows. It's got to be. There's the monster ghost again.
How about the trademark logo? Was there a bird next to that skull?
No, it's a candle.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so yeah, that was horrible, that tornado. It's amazing how they always hit where, they don't like Rand Paul, so it hits there. They don't like Texas, so freezes there. It's amazing how that happens. It's almost like they have the ability to control the weather, but that would be science fiction. They wouldn't do that because they don't believe in hurting people. They're nice. They're nice people. Let's see. What else?
I
It's
think
just
Bub from Bub's World was a little bit closer than me.
Oh shoot. There was this. They said this one town was pretty much completely gone. And I looked on Zillow and saw 3 houses that were for sale. I think one of them was one that we were thinking, oh, that's a nice house. And so I'm wondering, are those houses even there anymore? I got this for like $10 from somebody. It has Batman on it, and he's kind of like a bird. I don't think bats are birds, but it must be in very good condition because it's a giant sticker that says very good. This is right after the Comics Code came in, so they make it gigantic to let the moms know it's okay to buy us.
Did you say you bought these for like $1 each? If so, that's
Not
a great
this one. Not this one. No, this one I got it for like $10 from somebody that was basically homeless. It's a long story. I got a bunch of Whitman variant Uncle Scrooges, but they're all 70s. It's nothing. It's not like I'm showing you something from the. This came from. This was also part of that buy of. I spent like.
Wow.
Cool.
Charlton. I need to rebag it. Look at this really sophisticated backing board
Sure.
there. Shit. Oh, pardon my language. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's about the excitement of my bird stuff.
That Secret Agent. I don't think I've ever seen that. That looked really cool.
Yeah, it's just that this couple brought in 2 long boxes that they were selling for some. They looked like they were 80, and I think they were selling it for their mother, who must have been 100, who was a trucker, and then they took the owner of the store and made him an offer, and he calls this other old lady, and she didn't like that offer, and then he said, well, you can pick out a few if you want. And so I picked out a few, which I don't know. And I gave the owner kind of a commission for letting me pick through something. But everything else one box was completely 1990s. And then the other box was a bunch of garbage. And then it had some 70s stuff in it. And I picked out the best stuff. Some books were like completely folded. And there was... they had the first Spider-Man black and white magazine from '68 in there, but it was like giant chunks gone, and they put a magazine in a comic box, so it was getting destroyed, bent up, and it was almost completely worthless, except to maybe cut up for a collage. But yeah, it was a trash. That was the best stuff out of there. But that stuff has no value to the owner because he could never sell that except to me. So I just kind of cut up because nobody buys that stuff. They're looking for Venom and Carnage and whatever the heck people buy. I don't know.
Captain, you're back. Did you find stuff?
Yeah, but I ate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some stuff here. Let's see what I got. Oh, well, that's kind of a bird on the cover. Well, actually, it's not a bird, but bats up there. But bats are not birds; they're mammals, right?
That is correct. They are of the order Chiroptera.
Aha. Professor Paulo. There's a baby Huey. I think this is a file copy. I believe this is a file copy. That's the only way he can fly because he weighs so much. Oh, some of this stuff is not even Oh well, I don't know. That is not a bird cover, but this is a file copy, 1969, number 52. Probably found in a warehouse on pallets. That's what they call file copies. And there's let's get in here. This is not a bird cover either. It's a Hot Stuff Sizzlers number 1. These are all the great books that started me on comic collecting. And then we got a little bit of Fox and the Crow, which is a blade cover. Screen Comics, 1959. Some more Fox and the Crow. I love these gag covers.
How can he do that?
Yeah, I mean, he's putting up wallpaper and he's part of the wallpaper. I don't know. It's kind of funny. And Klondike Gold with Woody Woodpecker.
Nice.
And I guess I'll. Oh, here. That was on the side. Here's a Hawkman. This is number 4.
Oh, that's the cool one.
Yeah, that's got the first appearance of
Tana.
Zatanna
Yeah. Very
in
nice.
1964. Yeah, number 4, 1964. So here you have a guy who thinks he's a bird, flying around like a maniac, thinks he's a bird. Well, I guess that's what I'll show right now, unless I don't want to deplete myself. Wait.
All right. Did you find something?
Back in there. All right, I'll show you this. It's Casper and Wendy. They got a little startled bird.
Looks good.
Okey-doke. Where's my sody pop?
Did any of you guys want to go? I can go through for quite a bit.
I'm going to take the opportunity to bow out because it's 2:30 in the morning now.
All right.
Oh.
So I'll see you guys next week, and I'll let somebody choose the crazy theme.
Yeah,
I would think next week would be Christmas related, would it not?
Oh,
that's great. Yeah.
I have absolutely zero Christmas comics, and it's something that I usually try to avoid. There's a reason for that, though.
You're Jewish.
No. Christmas themed stories were never published in Christmas when they were published in other countries. So they never did a Marvel or DC themed Christmas cover.
Huh.
They did it with Disney's, although at this time they would not be the most attractive ones.
That's a shame. But what the hey? All right, Paul. We'll see you next week, man.
Okay. But I will try to see if I can look up some issues of Pilot or Spirou. See if I can
Let me
find
tell
the
you, trick
covers.
Paul,
Probably
you
find
can show
something
the
in
insides. If you got one comic, you can just keep showing the insides of it.
Yeah, one page after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Good trick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good night, people.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night, Paul. Take care. Oh, my pile is adding up. I can't find my sody pop.
Here's a science fiction type bird.
Ah, yeah. I don't have that one.
Wow, look at that.
It's a weird looking bird. Huh.
And you got to look closely, but there is a crazy little bird creature at the top.
Oh yeah, I do have that one. Nice.
And it's Uncle Scrooge, but they are on Mars, and the mailman is a bird creature. And I remember the story. When you put the mail in, he flies away. Showed some Daffy earlier. Here's some more Daffy.
Got to protect that beak.
Now, seriously, some more ladies becoming birds.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one. What number is that, Micah?
203.
You know the artist?
Nice, nice, buddy.
The signature is this little R. You guys could probably figure that out. I don't
Russ
know.
Heath?
Russ Heath, I would guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And another house of mystery. A very weird bird.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like she's going to run right into the claws of another bird.
I think covers like that were inspired by the pulp paperbacks. There were a lot of pulp paperbacks with covers like
And here is Moby Duck, but they're being attacked by birds.
Moby Duck.
Where did this Moby Duck come from? Was he ever in a cartoon?
No, but Gold Key knew they could sell something that would be in the duck family. Yeah.
Wonder how many other alternate characters there are from other countries, like Paulo was showing.
I don't know. Well, there's like the fairy. I'm going to mispronounce it. Fethry or whatever he was showing.
What would you call that? Apocryphal? They're apocryphal duck.
Yeah, non-canon.
Not-
Here's a space bird for strange adventures.
Oh, good looking cover.
And one time I was at the CGC boards, and some coin guy, because they have coin guys there, he came on. He was a big vegetarian, saying that farm animals don't harm anybody, and therefore we shouldn't eat farm animals. So I pulled out this to show him that,
Oh, they do.
yeah. So a lot of the other coin guys got a big chuckle out of that. Apparently I was quite the hero that day. Here's Flash Gordon.
There's a lot of pterodactyl type creatures on the comic covers.
Another Flash Gordon. And a little bit of scamp action. Some more birds.
We had a bunch of cardinals right out our kitchen window the other day.
And my last one for the night.
Is that a 15-cent one? Or is it earlier?
No, it's 10 cent.
I got a reprint of that. That was one of my first comics from the early, I don't know.
1958.
Yeah, I got a reprint of it as a little kid.
Now I forget where we were. We were Eric or Jambo or.
Yeah, I got a couple. To show you.
All right.
too.
Let's see.
Nice dinosaur taking out an eagle there.
Yeah.
Cave woman. And nothing feathered,
Woo!
but flying things, including her, I guess.
Is that Frank Cho?
That is Budroot.
Is she flying or falling to her death?
I think she's falling, actually.
Okay.
Yes. Doesn't
She
seem
looks
that
like she's
concerned about
enjoying
it,
it.
though. And just because she has wings, Lynn
Betty the Boop.
Betty.
Betty Boobs.
She has wings. And here's some Frank Cho, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
Pterodactyls down there.
A lot of pterodactyls, I swear to God, tonight. They're everywhere.
Munching on a raptor, it looks like.
So Marvel put that cover out, huh?
Yeah.
Is that like an alternate variant
Marvel
cover?
Knights or...
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, I'll show you one more thing. It is not a comic, but it's signed Greg Horn.
Oh, yeah. He's a great artist. I have a few signed prints, too. I love that stuff. I love the way he draws his women. So sexy.
Actually, Sarah Angel is Magic the Gathering character. So.
No, she don't look like no angel to me.
That's it.
Some hillbilly. The little brown jug.
What is that called? Hillbilly? Was that Mountain Dew?
No, this is a
Brown
knockoff from Mountain Dew from the mid 1960s.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Hillbilly brewed a little brown jug, and it's got got old Pappy on the other side.
Very cool.
So it's an old bottle you filled up with something.
Yeah, filled it up with Mountain Dew.
Oh,
Yahoo!
Let me show you guys something I've recently found on eBay. A guy who's reproducing like Golden Age comic books. And if you collect Golden Age comic books like I do, you know that a lot of them are really pricey, very expensive. So some of them I'll never be able to afford. So I found this guy on eBay. He's called Three Auctioneers, and he reproduces the Golden Age books. And these were like $5 a piece.
what?
Yeah. I mean, I'll never own a real
Are they
thing.
black and white interiors?
No. Let me I'll show you one here in a second. I've got
All
one
right.
All right,
opened up. I'll
Jambo,
show you.
are they complete 64-page?
They're the complete book.
Wow.
Everything, the ads and everything inside.
Wow.
And he reproduces them. $5.
Far
Oh,
more
look at that.
interesting than Guandana Land to me.
Yeah. Because it's like a real comic book, you know. I mean, some of
That's
these
the way I
I'll
like them.
probably never own. This is a Frazetta cover
Yeah.
of Ghost Rider.
How many has he done? Do you have any idea?
He's got a pretty good
Wow.
selection of them and stuff. And I don't know what I've done with the card he had. That's a Seduction of the Innocent cover. Blue Beetle there.
Yeah, if you find the card later, hold it up and we'll,
I'll look for it here in a second.
people can freeze their frame when they watch the replay.
Yeah, and this is one he did here. This is one of the only books that Frank Frank Frazetta did cover to cover. And
Hey, Jambo.
yes,
If you find that information, would you mind putting it in the description of your next video?
I will try. I'm not very good at that stuff, but I will at least hold it up and make an attempt. So it's got, the art there on the front page.
Those really look cool.
So would there be a barcode like on the back cover, or
No
no
but these
barcode
are
at all? Excellent.
strictly out of, public domain and stuff like that. So I guess he's able to do it without getting in too much trouble. And I'm not getting him in trouble. Yeah, this was all Frazetta inside and stuff. So it was very cool.
The only problem is if those fall into the hands of morons and they try to come in and say, "Oh, this is a real comic," and get irate with people that say, "No, this is a reproduction."
But I mean, you can see it's not when you the pages, although they've kind of got a matte finish, but you can see they got a little bit of sheen to them also. It's not like newsprint or anything, so it would really take somebody that didn't know what to look for to buy one and think it's not real.
The same guy that had these comics yesterday was like, "This is a real Mickey Mantle baseball card, and it's got a silver foil around the edge." It's like, they didn't do that back in the 50s. No, absolutely, it's real. Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice reproduction.
And stuff on the back cover.
Looks great.
I wish I'll find it here. It's laying around here somewhere, but I mean, the Fox books, they were notorious because Victor Fox was so cheap. He always printed the first page of the story on the inside of the cover.
Oh,
So they even did that.
man, these look great.
The indicia there, he kind of messed up.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit of the white, and over on the side there, you can see like a line and stuff like that where he's printed it.
So would these be cut to like a Silver Age size, or a Bronze Age, or modern?
They're actually cut close to a Golden Age size.
Okay.
They might be just a tad smaller, some of them, but they are cut to a Golden Age size. And he has you got a good deal there, Bill. But he had some of the old pulp magazines from back in the day, some of the early Buck Rogers pulp magazines. I mean, you can see this one here, right up here. There was a stain on that guy's back there that must have been in the original comic, and he just printed it and stuff. So
maybe you're just sweating a lot.
It could be. But I just thought they were really cool. Now, most of them, he had some for $5, and some of them went up and was a little pricier than that. But I mean, it's done in a comic book format with the 2 staples out here and everything, and front and back cover and the interior and everything.
I wonder if he printed a quantity or if he prints them on demand as he gets an order.
He must have quite a few on hand because I've been to his eBay site a couple of times, and he's always got a bunch of books on there. And I think he actually sells them out of a shop. I'm sure he has a comic shop, and he sells them out of there. But
what's he called again?
On eBay, it's the 3 Auctioneers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now
Here it is, Captain.
Yeah.
Oh, the 3 Auctioneer. Okay.
And yeah, he had a store front name too, and I don't remember what it was, but I will find that piece of paper around here somewhere.
What part of the country is he in?
In your part of the country, Texas.
Oh,
yeah. So it would be really easy for you to get it.
Do you remember where in Texas, by any chance?
No, I did. I'll find that. Give me a second here, and I'll grab that, and I'll share it with you guys.
All right. No, those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've ordered stuff from mycomicshop.com, which is maybe 2 miles, if even that, from where I live, and it'll go to 2 states over, and then over there, and back to me. And like I could have just driven over there and knocked on the door after I ordered it.
I was just thinking, I need a new way to spend money on comics.
Well, speaking of Breen, did you have anything?
I got one, and I think this is a bird. I mean, it's got bird's feet, so we're gonna say it is.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That's good stuff.
It looks great in these new bags we've been using. If you take them out of that, it'll probably crumble to dust. But
what kind of bags are they?
I think they're called Comic Pro. They're basically they look and feel like discount My Lights, but the bad is they split very easily, and if the Golden Age books are too wide, I have to switch back over to the old style, because if you're going to put them in, I mean they will just split like a fat woman in skinny jeans. But other than that, though, I mean, as far as like how the books look in there, and I've noticed, I know it hadn't been a lot of time, but sometimes if you use My Lights, the first time you go to take the book out, the tape just gets stuck to it and then breaks off.
Sure.
This hasn't happened with these, and I said that, I guess time will tell if they shrivel like a lot of the older bags do, but so far so good on these. And since Gratu showed a secret agent, I figured I'd show one too.
Oh,
Killeen, Texas. Gratu.
Killeen, okay. That's I think south of Austin. That's where that crazy guy back in the 80s drove his truck into a Luby's and started shooting everyone.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
I think so, yeah. I think I remember hearing about that, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then this person, I haven't talked to him in years, but he worked for a local TV station, and he had this footage that was shot of that crime scene. Let's see. It was horrifying, but the police went in with a camera and shot and videotaped what had happened and how this guy had just shot everyone in the restaurant. But the happy music was still playing in the Luby's while they were filming, so it was just very creepy, like Dawn of the Dead, Yeah, look at all those books he does.
Wow.
He does famous monsters too.
And amazing stories. Wow.
Yeah, that's the Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
Wait, he does pulps and magazines.
Yeah, they're a little bit more pricey, I think.
So that's his website right there?
Yeah, they're like $20, I think, for the pulp production. 27.
Is this his website?
Barnes and Noble. That
Yes,
cost
sir. I
$20.
think that's it.
And a new comic book costs about $5 now.
Yeah, I would much rather read something old like this, even if it is a reproduction, than anything new out there.
I got that Erie.
Yeah,
I have that.
You can get a Whiz 2 there with the first Captain Marvel and read it, if you wanted. So.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna check it out.
How long does it take to get stuff from him?
For me here in Kentucky, it took about a week. So not too bad. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And he's pretty reasonable. I mean, I think if you buy it out of the store, it's a little bit. Some of the stuff might cost a little bit more, $7-10 or something like that. But
more than on eBay?
Yeah.
Really?
He starts these eBay auctions off at about $5, and that's usually what they go for. They go at $5, So
they're auctions. They're not buy it now things.
I think some of them are buy it now, but a lot of it was auctions.
I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So he
Very
has
cool.
a storefront. He has an actual store.
I'm sure he has an actual store somewhere there, maybe there in Texas. And I have seen these guys, the three auctioneers, at some of the cons I've went to, but I didn't know they did all this.
Shoot.
And
How is it that none of us knew about this?
yeah, and I would be grabbing that Weird Tales right there and that Amazing Stories. I think that'd be two of the
I think
books I
that's
would be after.
the
right
best cover of the run. Yeah.
Yeah. That and the Conan stories inside, So there's a Catman from Holyoke, and
my friend has that Weird Tales. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he show it on my show?
yes,
Yeah.
he showed it on there, and I was drooling all over my.
Yeah.
I called him today for some advice because I stumbled on a worthless Clive Barker comic book. I think it's called Rancid or Rabid or something. But Clive Barker's signature's on the front. But when you open up the book, the first 2 pages have little black mold spots. So the book is valued at about $2.50 at mycomicshop.com. But the signature, I know he's signed tons of stuff, but I think that would take it up $20 to $50.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I called him up because he knows about, he deals in books that are 200, 300 years old at his bookstore. And they said, is there a way to kill the mold? And he said, put it in a freezer for 48 hours. It will kill the mold, or put it in hibernation, and then you can take it out and brush it off with a brush. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But
Look at there.
Yeah,
wow,
that's so cool right there. That
Yeah.
and you can.
Are the colors slightly darker maybe than the original?
They could be just a little bit because the paper is different. It's not a really slick paper, but it's got a little bit of a sheen to it.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
And
I wish the whole industry was just reprinting old stuff. We don't need this new stuff.
yeah,
They can just start over and reprint the entire golden and silver age in real time and just fire everybody.
yeah, the old ads on the back and stuff.
That ad there was a parody of that ad that was masterful in the old EC Mad. I remember. Do you remember that? It was hilarious. That guy there on the left.
Yeah.
And I think it must have been Bill Elder that did the parody because it was perfect. It looked exactly like that ad. I don't know what issue it was. Wow. It even kind of looks old.
Yeah, I mean, I think he actually had access to the old comics, and
that's what it looks like.
Scans of it or something, or
well, it's almost
maybe he got
like
it off one of those websites, where you can go to, and that's all they've done is somebody's went through and scanned in all the stories and the pages and stuff. So
he's doing the same thing as Guandana Land, but on an authentic way it was,
kind of making it look like an actual book and stuff. And I said, you got 2 staples. And
So how much would that cost you, Jambo? That one you're holding right there.
this one was $6. Right?
Okay.
So printing has gotten to the point where people can do this, and people just don't know that, because it used to be printing was so expensive.
Yeah.
It looks like now.
So there's nothing on there that indicates this isn't the original. They just expect you to know that, or
Yeah.
Okay.
That is dangerous, though.
Other than, when he has them listed, he has like reproduction or something like that on it.
But in 10, 15 years, 10, 15 years from now, when that looks older, it's going to be hard for future generations of collectors. It's going to be, they're not going to really quite know if that's real or not, because all the real ones will be slabbed by idiots where you can't actually look inside them. And then, I don't know.
And you can see where the printing was slightly off there.
Oh, yeah.
The outside there.
That's kind of a tip off.
But I mean, it's got all the. So
I love the ad though. Don't be skinny, gain weight.
I don't think we have that problem nowadays.
Jackson's telling us $38 for that
Is
weird
it?
tail.
Okay.
Is it possible to pull up that eBay page and show it, Graphic Man, or would that show off your eBay identity and too much privacy?
No. I'll work on that in the background.
I just don't want to tell you what to do,
No,
but I'm eager to see it. Especially that famous Monsters, man.
Yeah, I didn't check the price on it, but yeah, some of those. I mean, I've always loved this cover here, this Alex Schomburg, and
That's beautiful.
It's a famous cover, and it's super pricey now. I mean, I'll never own a real copy, so I thought, well, I'd at least like to read it, and so.
Well, they say in 9 years we won't own anything, and we'll be happy because we're going to be living in a meta world.
Sure, they're taking care of us.
Yeah. That's this whole thing with this new Facebook. Now it's called Meta. We're supposed to put on VR goggles and imagine we have things around us.
Tigra. Yeah, nice job in the reproduction.
I feel like I'm at a movie theater. Hear popcorn.
that's Strange Life.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's cool.
so- sorry.
No, it's like, is it Cracker Jack?
Yeah, the old Cracker Jacks.
Are you guys going to get out in the theater to see Spider-Man?
I don't know if I'm going to go this weekend or not. I would like to see it probably in a theater.
Not
And
me.
I
I ain't going.
I might give it a shot, but
Whatever
Final.
secrets are contained within will be spoiled within a few hours anyway.
oh yeah, we'll have videos. Look at this guy here. This thing.
Dang, that's cool.
Where is it? The TV looking thing there. The antennas. And yeah, there'll be spoilers all over YouTube and stuff. Creature.
Okay, I don't know. I don't go to eBay. I don't know how to search for a person instead of I type in the subject, and that's not right. What do I click on if I'm
see,
looking for a person?
Just go to Golden Age and Golden Age Comics and maybe a Famous Funnies 213.
Oh, good grief. See, I got Graphic Dog here, and he's laying on everything.
Have we ever seen Graphic Dog on the show?
I seen him earlier there. It's the first time I'd seen him. I thought Mike had got him a new pet there, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be good enough. And you'll have to go through a few, and then there will be one or two that will be Buck Rogers. Maybe if you put Buck Rogers on there, it'll have some of the reprints because you can still get some of the other Famous Funnies pretty cheap.
Yeah, apparently. I watched Night Tiger's Christmas show the other night. He picks up an unbelievable amount of Golden Age stuff off the internet for cheap.
Going down just a little bit, Micah.
If this guy has this kind of taste, his store must be amazing as far
Yeah,
as
I would
other.
think he has. At best I remember, I'd seen him at some of the cons, and they had a huge booth and a lot of books. Yeah, so
Does he use the word reproduction?
I think that's how they have in the descriptions a lot of time. Or you could put Frank Frazetta, maybe Buck Rogers, and you might be able to pull it up that way. I'm sure this is all riveting to everybody in the chat, but
Well, our
Chat
crowd.
buy from them already.
okay, that one's real. That was $105,000. So
Shoot.
Oh,
Almost said something else. Oh, my phone died.
yeah, 213 is the really cool cover. But yeah,
that's a portfolio.
make a,
Well, sorry guys, I'm not very good at this.
I'm telling you wrong, man. I just seems like when I pull it up, it jumps right into it. But maybe it knows what I like. You know, I don't know.
Well, what's the one with the Schomburg cover? What was the title of
That
the
is
comic?
a startling 49.
I mean, there can't be that many copies of that on eBay right now.
Let's see. Yeah, all that stuff is. I would think not reproductions at those prices.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you type in Startling Comics and then type lowest price first, maybe, or that would be for buy it now, though.
Let's see.
Good grief.
That Buck Rogers there, the black and white one,
Where?
underneath of your search right there. Let's see. Listing the seller there.
American Keons.
Okay, that's not him either.
No.
I've seen him do like some black and white covers like that on some of them. That's why yeah.
Well, if I give up, one of our fans can type it in the chat if they find it.
Lead Paint says don't space between the three auctioneers between the words. Just make it all one word.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you do. You know, you go where it says advanced, next to where it says search. There's a little word that says advanced. You click on that, and then you can look for the seller.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I don't see where, but
Well, that's what it said. That's what they
Yeah.
told me. By seller.
Okay.
Items by seller.
I got him here on mine, but
out right there. Yeah.
okay, cool.
All right, there it is.
What did you
Yeah.
type in to get it?
terrible. Okay. They are. Some of them are a little bit pricier than what they were the other day. I was getting some stuff, pretty good prices.
Three auctioneers.
Those old nickel comics, Dagar.
All right, how much would the Dagar be?
I don't know.
$14. There's a Wiz #2 down there for $6. There's a Chamber of Chills. $14.
Wow.
Some All Top Planet. Looks like he's got some other stuff in there. There's a nice Pep Comics.
What would be interesting is whenever he stops doing this, if he does, will these go up in value?
I wouldn't think so, but I mean, you never know. There's some monsters too, but it's like $24.
Yeah, I wonder how many he does. 20. I mean, they're $24 is would be nothing. I mean, for something like that. Wait, he does a Spider-Man comic?
That might be an actual comic
Oh,
because he does sell some other stuff on here.
was that Famous Monsters real or was it the one with the Bride of Frankenstein? Or is that a reproduction?
The one with the Bride of Frankenstein?
Yeah.
It was a photocopy. Is how he
calls them photocopies.
Photocopy, yeah.
Okay.
And so there's a nice Matt Baker 7 Seas comics. Very cool cover. And the Mario something.
I still can't find this site.
I can't either.
Let me get him up there at the top and
Well,
show you how he's got it listed. It's all together.
Yeah, if you could put it in the chat and then I'll highlight the comment, everybody could see it. All we're seeing is a white screen when you do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, that eBay is not very helpful. I went to the advanced and I still couldn't do it. Clicked on advanced, still doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. The seller name.
Well, I'm starving. This is riveting.
It's quiet.
Holy smokes.
Well, hopefully this is educational, though. Yes, so Gratu, I got graphic dog here.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
That's
He's
cute
always
dog.
wanting to sleep.
Is that your buddy? Goes with you everywhere and hangs with you?
Oh, I take him camping. When we go swim in the lake, I have an inner tube for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a
Find
super
anything
fat
out yet?
dog that sits beside me on the couch all the time. And she loves food about as much as I do.
I guess I'll just continue showing some books. I got a few here.
Yes, sir.
Comic Cavalcade with the Crow, Fox and the Crow.
Nice.
I think that this is the second Golden Age giant size funny animal book. If I ain't mistaken. 76 pages. 15 cents.
Wow.
1949. Woody's Woodpecker. It's also from 1949. Daffy the Duck.
That was like my postman there, I think.
And I think, these ain't no birds. Well, I'll show you these anyway. They're no birds, but somebody, Sam, Bugs Bunny. There's
wow,
that land. She's topless.
Oh, I don't know if you can show that on here.
Yeah,
it's pretty provocative, buddy.
Little dot and dot. There's a later Harvey. Try to revive the company. I don't know how this got in here. It's a Marvel Tales.
Did somebody? Yeah, they made the eyes and lips.
Yeah, somebody thought that they were Johnny Romita, and they tried to draw Peter Parker.
Not bad.
No,
Not bad
it's
at all.
not.
1955.
Could have been worse.
Got a Dick Ayers story in here. The Man Who Wasn't. I guess that's what this is. The Man Who Wasn't. Dick Ayers. What else do I got here? Oh, another Bugs Bunny. Hey, maybe one of these days we'll do a turtle cover.
Yeah, there must be 30, right?
And here's another
Next
Woody the
week's theme,
Woodpecker.
turtles.
Oh, goodness.
Woody the Woodpecker.
I don't think I have a one.
Looks like they're well, at least it ain't a white guy that they're cooking,
On one of my Pogo comics, there's Churchy. Yeah, the one turtle.
Three of the guys in the background, are they dogs? Because they looks like they have dog noses. And then one has a human nose.
No, that's just the way they drew him, stereotyping him.
Oh. I thought it was like Betty Boop, in her first cartoon, she was a dog.
Really?
Floppy ears, and then they changed her into a human and made her floppy ears earrings. And then her boyfriend became her friend. Her boyfriend continued to remained a dog. Just
weird. That's pretty weird, man.
They never made Betty Boop comic books. That's kind of an unusual thing.
Yeah. I like Helen Kane's song, though. She did some kind of great songs back then.
Yeah.
Did like some Big Little books or something, didn't they?
Betty Boop, I don't know, maybe. It just doesn't seem like there was that much merchandising. But of course, I wasn't around in the 30s. But I've never seen a Betty Boop comic book.
Yeah, but most of that is the sound of her voice and all the songs they sing, and in a comic that may not.
You can say that about any of these characters. You can't hear Mel Blanc in the Gold Key and Dell comics. Just have to imagine.
Yeah. What it says there, refreshing as a cup of coffee.
What does that taste like, Captain?
Well, what I put in there is Squirt, not Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
And the original stuff this was a knockoff from Mountain Dew back in 1965.
I wonder how many hillbilly drinks there were.
There was Kickapoo. There was this. Yeah. There was there was a lot. There were quite a number of them. What's
They
another
have
one?
a knockoff of Mountain Dew at the cheap stores, the cheap markets. It's called Mountain Holler or something like that.
Yeah. And there was one called Quickie. Get your they had on the 6-pack. It would say something like "Get what you need is a quickie, Pappy." Get your or something like that.
Oh dear.
Jeez. I'm gonna see if I can't find some of that on eBay and then see what they cost. Buy one of those 6-packs and put these different bottles in there.
You could always do a hillbilly episode of comic.
Yeah, they all came out based on the popularity of the Andy
The
Griffith
Labner.
Show and the
Yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies. That's
Yeah.
what that's.
Little Abner.
Yeah.
I like some little Labner.
I have one cover. One hillbilly.
Yeah, that's what we can do. Hillbilly covers.
A lot of people don't know Frank Frazetta ghosted for Al Cap on some of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
For a long time, I think big chunk of the 1950s, it was Frazetta doing that comic strip.
Amazing.
You can catch some of his style sometimes if you look at it close enough. You can see. It's him.
It was so interesting how Al Cap started as a kind of champion of liberal causes in the early days of the comic strip, and by the time the 60s came, he hated hippies so much, made fun of them, and then he became this conservative boogeyman. And he even went in and confronted John Lennon when he and Yoko were in bed or whatever and protesting. You guys are idiots. Arguing with each other. I don't know if you call them idiots. But,
I didn't know that he'd done that. Yeah.
yeah, he
Remember the big love in there they were having there? What it was, peace in or
yeah, I get confused because I was about to say they were in a bathtub because I think of the Ruddles where they were in a bathtub.
Yeah.
In reality, they were in bed. I think
Right.
I get reality mixed up with the Ruddles. Of course, with the Ruddles, he had a German bride that wore a swastika instead of the Japanese girl. Nuts, man! It's the things that they could do in the 70s,
Yes.
in National Lampoon, on Saturday Night Live, and in Richard Pryor albums, George Carlin, and now all of that is just completely forbidden.
Mel Brooks. I mean, look at Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah,
He's
Mel
one of these-
Brooks. Yeah.
Yeah. Could never
Yeah,
do any of
humor
that stuff now.
That was the whole thing. Humor, it was funny because it pushed boundaries. Now no one can push boundaries without horrifying people.
Can't offend anybody anymore.
Well, guys, as always, I've enjoyed it. I'm kind of wondering if I should pull the plug early. We've had a rough day over here at the Graphic Man headquarters, so we haven't had supper yet.
Oh shoot!
Oh, buddy.
had a-
Yeah, you
we-
need to eat.
Our heater went out a few days ago. We finally got a guy over, and it was a motor. So he left about a minute before I could go on the air. That's why we were a minute later. So, but
Is it cold there?
no, it's been great. This is the best time to have your furnace go out, but still, I didn't want to pay for it. But
They have to put you a whole new unit in, Micah.
he got me a new motor. The furnace is older than I am,
Right.
and so we're keeping it alive. But
Okay.
one day it'll have a rust spot, and then I'll have
Yeah.
to get rid of it. Yeah,
Your heat exchanger gets a hole in it, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be it, right?
yeah.
And you're gone. It's a goner
Yeah.
then.
But yeah, that's better than getting a whole new unit these days. I mean, they got to switch out everything. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, and you just had all that plumbing work done too, right?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be paying for that for years.
Rough holiday season for you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Well, that was no problem. My son will get married in early January, and I think we have all that taken care of too. So,
Nice.
but All right. Well, I don't know what to do. Hillbilly, I don't have anything really.
I just an idea.
Okay, sure.
I know
But I'll tell you what, I will
Gratu
show
has
it.
a lot of holiday
I will.
covers. You have a lot of Christmas covers, right, Gratu?
That's
Yeah,
right. We kind of told Paula we'd be doing that anyway. So that's
I
right.
don't
I
have that
agree
many
next week.
myself, so I'm not going to be bringing a lot of Christmas stuff myself. I've got about 10 books probably is going to be it for me on Christmas. So
And hopefully Steve can join us next
yeah,
time. So
I'm gonna do a Christmas show at some point. I just I don't know if it'll just be a canned show or a live stream, but at some point in the next few days, I'll do something.
How about we show Christmas comics and books that we have gifted to ourselves
there
over
you
the
go.
last X amount of time?
Or
There you
show stuff we've gotten as Christmas presents in the past, toys or anything that has Christmas memories.
that work.
Old catalogs that Sears catalogs that show toys.
Here, I'll go first. Oh, I'm done. I've never gotten anything like that for Christmas.
Well, just show toys, from the past. Like you got a Flintstones game behind you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the sum total. I've got a couple of like a Spider-Man game and a Captain America and Falcon game, but yeah, I have very little of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff I could show, but I just don't have the space for it. I got a lot of Marx toys. And one from when I was a kid, the Marx copter.
Mhm.
That was one of the best toys that I ever had, and I still have. It has a battery pack on the one end, and there's a bar with the helicopter on the other end that goes around, and the battery pack balances it. I got to try to show that thing somehow. It's pretty big, man. I mean, it's like that long, like 4 feet.
Looking around the room here, I'm guessing the oldest toys I have still in my childhood is the Mego figures.
And by the way, Jambo, last week you showed that great scrapbook. Those Charlie Angels stickers brought so many memories back to me. I thought, oh my goodness, I remember those. And I probably did like you did. I stuck them into stuff, but I don't have it anymore. But
I used them, the same as the Marvel characters. I remember the cards and the stickers you used to get with them. I think I used all those stickers. I had a dresser in my room just about covered with those things, so I wish I'd saved them. But, when you're a kid, you don't think about that. You think, hey, I'm going to make this look cool. I'll put all these Marvel characters all over it, so.
And then my mom sanded and painted over my dresser because I had Mickey Mouse stickers and everything. So, yeah. All right. Well, guys, we will see each other next Wednesday, and we'll try to bring some toys and Christmas holiday themes, or you name it.
Bring some Christmas cheer.
And I think I will show my one Hillbilly comic. So, all right, folks.
All right.
All righty.
Hopefully everybody's going to have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Take care, guys.
Good night.
Good to see anybody.